I'm a little bit worried that now that filming this has become so difficult, the third portion of the Trump versus Comey spot entitled Everything Including the Kitchen Sink, that I'm going to make it such a piece of really sad, poignant drama and not comedy at all that no one is going to give a shit. Um, I decided to start and end this with what's going to be my first Creeps List ad. Isn't that what? Oh, Craigslist, yeah. And it's going to say, I guess we'll do the comedy version at the beginning and the serious version at the end. We'll just get more serious. And if you think you're not having fun now, later you're really going to not enjoy it. I think my Creeps List ad, a Craigslist, is going to say, let me see if I can remember this. Loner seeks potential significant other for trial non-separation. ... in the explanation from humanity. Because from the time I was a kid, three primary things ruined my life. First, I say that I was separated from my mother at birth by the cord being wrapped around my neck, and you don't get any oxytocin, and then it just doesn't exactly work out great. And plus everybody's like, hey, why did you break the womb, John? You womb breaker, you. They say that great men come into the world through cesarean. I'm still waiting. And then secondly, I just felt like everyone in Encino, the town I was from, and I don't want to disrespect any one person by doing this, right? I felt like all of the rich people I knew, and because I'm from a really good part of Encino, which was in the Valley Girl song back in the day, were crazy, narcissistic, greedy, sociopathic imbeciles who were mostly like that because they were all about the money. And then I just never bonded with anyone. And then but third, I got this crazy Morgellons illness and it ended my life at 16, and now it's all these years later, and I'm Rip Van Jove. And so I'm reading the news and I'm like, Trump is this person. This whole rant, the comedy, the blogging, the melodrama, the documentary, all of it becomes the same thing. I'm sitting here at the groundwork, I'm kicked out of here, I'm kicked out of most everywhere. Some chick came by and she wouldn't let me film. I didn't want to tell the story over at Ear One. Back in the day, you could count on the apathy of Americans to just leave you alone because we're libertarians, and what that meant was I'll leave you alone. Now it means I'm going to not give a shit about you while passing laws to fuck with you and get in your face with my moralism and my political and possibly even literal violence, because that's what libertarianism is. It means we all get to hate on each other. This crazy fuck Donald Trump in real time doesn't know he's doing this because he has this same, whatever this thing is, he has it, right? He's oblivious. He's never met reality. Soon our karma is going to run over our dogma, and then we're all going to know. Because the fundamentals say that the apocalypse is coming because people put their pee-pee in the wrong hole. They put their pee-pee in the poo-poo. No, that's your personal karma, and it's got nothing to do with it, and you work that out on your own, and if you're nice, you're nice, and if not, not, and then it's your karma. But when we go around being murderous, greedy bastards and myopic, sociopathic sons of bitches and not knowing it, then reality comes in. This guy was born rich. He doesn't know he's doing it. He sat Comey down and said, so listen, Comey, I'm sure you'd be good with, you want to stay on here at the FBI, and you want to keep your job, right? So I'm sure you're going to make this whole Russia thing go away. Flynn is a good guy, and I'm a good guy, and pledge your loyalty to me. He thinks he's a third world dictator, and he's asking the guy to pledge his loyalty, and he's saying, I'm sure you want to keep your job. He doesn't know he's doing something illegal. So when he proceeds to do all this other shit, like release information to Russia and say, oh my God, you think... Everything he does confirms that that's why he's doing it. His spokesmen say, no, he's not doing it. And then he says, yes, I am, and I'm the president, and I can. He said to Michael Shearer, who interviewed him and said, you're saying counterfactual shit, aren't you worried? At the end, he says, I must be doing pretty good because I'm the president. Think of what a crazy thing that is to say. So what I'm saying is he's Nixonian only on a whole nother level. Because Nixon had some sense of what was up because he was a politician. This is a rich guy that doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, and we are all this same imbecile. So when I sit around saying that people are evil, and I look at the previous spot, and I think, well, John, you want people to listen to you? You want people to see you as what celebrities say is likable? No, I'm just speaking the truth, but it's a bummer, and I don't really mean it like that. Okay, we're sinners. That doesn't work either. I have my whole relationship with Jesus. That's a whole nother thing. Let's not discuss it. It's a whole wreck. God does not save me. He gets me through this illness. He doesn't save me out of it. And I get mad at him for loving me through it while acknowledging that Jesus is the spirit of love and compassion that gets me through it, and I'm mad for getting through it. There you go. That's in a nutshell. We're all the same nut job. And so when I say people are evil and you don't know it till you're bleeding on a street corner, Why is everyone the same narcissistic imbecile? There's no point in conversation because I'm Tom Hanks talking to that goddamn soccer ball. You know, it gets old. I had this really long list of stuff I wanted to do. Back in the day, I had this thing where I was like, well, you know, how much time we got? I'm like, well, you know, jokingly, right? Gee, it's a good thing that the Jews took over the movie business because I guess we're a little bit better than the Gentiles. Then I was like, no, we're not. We're worse. Oh, the Gentiles are taking over the business now. That's good. Well, wait, the Jews ran it half into the ground. The Gentiles ran it all the way into the ground. You want to know how? Nobody has any emotions. No one can say anything real. Everyone's full of shit. So when I saw South Park, my thought was, well, this is terrible because these people are legitimizing the descending tone of America into pre-verbal, infantile, reactionary bullshit, right? You know what you know how they are in South Park? He's like, you know, damn it, Cartman, right? Now they're on the TV, but they're saying, damn it, Cartman, hateful bastards, Don Trump, he's not. It lowered the tone. And back in the day, I wrote a comedy routine, and I said, you know, God, this becomes long. When I was in Arizona, I sold weed. When you sell weed in Arizona, you buy it from the mob. To impress the mob, you have to do some hard drugs. Well, I won't put needles in my arm, but I'll smoke some heroin or some coke. So what I say in the routine is, back in the day, I had heroin, but now I don't need heroin because I've got South Park, and South Park is all I need. Because it takes this tone and says, hey, this is dumb. We got a war in heaven between, I don't know, what is it, Tom Cruise and Jesus? It takes the ridiculous, infantile, reactionary tone of America and says this is dumb. But now I've come for a full circle to say, but this isn't good because we're all a bunch of hateful assholes. No one has any mature emotions. There aren't any adults left in the room. And when Trump's doing this shit, he doesn't know he's doing it. And in real time, what's happening is his sociopathic, narcissistic, self-absorbed character disorder, where he was rich his whole life, is running into reality, a thing he's never met in his whole life. We have a whole society of people that don't know anything about, let me see if I get this right, morality, reality, and mortality. And if you don't know anything about the first two, an apocalypse is going to happen, and then you'll learn about it because the third one's going to happen. I'm sick, and I keep telling people I'm really sick. I'm not crazy. It's just that I'm sick. I'm bleeding. It's messing with my biochemistry. It's making me suffer in a way that would make you crazy too. And over again, they go, yeah, but I think there's something seriously wrong with you. Well, yeah, man, but come on, you're not hearing me. There's no point in talking. There's no one there, and I'm Tom Hanks on that damn island. And when I first tried to analyze the Trump character to do him, I was like, what's up with this carnival barker snake oil salesman that's maybe going to run for president? I kind of like him because at one point I said, well, you know, I'm suicidal, and Don's all about the ego, and suicide is about wanting to negate your ego and turning that rage inward, and that's not good. And I thought, you know, at one point I did him, I was like, you know, I've learned to embrace Donald Trump's, you know, ebullient egotism as a tonic to my suicidal tendencies. It is good, right? Then I was trying to find the hook for the character. The hook for the character is there's no character there because he's a guy playing himself who's not there. He's putting on a performance and he's just not there, and he's watching you watch him because he doesn't know he's real, he doesn't know reality's real. Then later I read about this in one of the articles. Some guy went to do a business deal with him in a castle he owns in Scotland. He came out and did a performance for everyone like that. And so at some point when I do an analysis of the accent and I say, you know, at one minute he sounds very erudite. I used to live in Maine. In Maine, they eat lobster, buddy, right? Don Trump, when he's talking about where he goes to school, he goes, I went to the Wharton Business School, a very, very, very prestigious institution begun by Edith Wharton, who taught us all how to balance a book on our head and have excellent financial elocution. What I'm saying is, he starts the accent like he's in New England, gonna eat lobster at the Wharton Business School. By the end of the sentence, he's got you, you know, down in the East River, in a bag. We're gonna put you in a bag down by the river. You know, you start the sentence at a table in New England eating lobster at the Wharton Business School, and by the end of the sentence, you're in a bag down by the river. That's the guy. He's our mobster president. He's our reality star president. We deconstructed our country, and there's no one there. So the alternate, and this is the end, I guess, of the rant, is alternate ad is, I need a friend. Never had one, was sick my whole life, I'm alone. If you're cool with that, maybe we can hang out and maybe we could do whatever. Maybe we could hook up or not. Maybe we could have a relationship, a monogamous, an open, maybe have a baby. I don't know, I never figured it out because I've been sick my whole life and I'm alone on planet what the fuck, right? At some point I said, we've devolved into pornographic Disneyland. The minute you saw Miley Cyrus molesting a stuffed animal up on stage, we're all like 2. Can we grow up, please? Please? God, that wasn't funny, but I guess I had to get it out of my system. I don't even think I'm gonna post this. It's like not fun. Okay, bye.